How's it going, guys? And welcome back to my garage. Alrighty, so today we need to try and finish up with this engine that we are busy building for the BART over there. And I also have got a customer vehicle up on the lift, as you can see. So this is just going to help fund the transmission that we need for the BART in order to get it up and running condition. Hopefully, we'll see what else we need. I think this thing has got the pedals, gear stick. No, it hasn't got a gear stick. But yeah, we've got the steering column in. I did buy a new one, so we're going to have to swap that over. And then as for interior, we are going to also buy some interior for this car. So that is all part of the plan for today. And we'll see if we can buy the interior today. I don't know. We might just buy it from the catalog. Next up in line, we've got our wagon up on the lift here, and that is because I'm going to be stripping all the worn suspension parts off. We are going to be going through this thing once again, making sure this thing is going to be as good as it can be for its road trip. So yeah, stay tuned for that, because we are going to be working on the wagon as well. As for the El Camino, we're not doing anything to it just yet. At the moment, this is just our get around and vehicle that we're not going to be messing around with. I might swap a wheel from this car, the bot. I don't know which one is going to be the best. Maybe, yeah, this one's got a little bit of thread, and that one also got a little bit of tire thread. So yeah, we might end up swapping some wheels over, because yeah, we need to have this thing kind of reliable. So yeah, I think without any further delays, let's quickly finish up with the engine first of all. So I've got the spark plugs here. So I bought these from the shop up the road, and we're just going to install the high performance ones. Seeing as we are trying to build a kind of vanilla engine, but also with a little bit of extra pep, and not have it crazy with supercharge and all that. So it's just going to be a nice little cruiser, which is going to have, I don't know, maybe around 300 to 400 horsepower. I might be mistaken, but yeah, we've got a lot of high performance parts in this thing. So we're going to see how that's going to turn out. But yeah, I think after this is installed, we should be able to get this thing fired up in the car. I might have to check if we've got a gas tank. I don't know if we even have got a gas tank in the car. But yes, that's all stuff that we will try and figure out in this episode. So let's just bolt these spark plugs down, and there we go. So that is sorted, and we're going to grab our spark wires, going to pop those on, and I think this is now complete. I don't think we missed anything on it. It looks pretty good. We just need to get the exhausts for the BART, so we're going to have a look at that. So yeah, I think next up, should probably bring the tools closer, although I just need the wrench for this. Let's quickly do this transmission job and get some money back. Okay, I should be able to do all of this from under the car. Yeah, magically opening the hood. Okay, and I will undo it there, and also the drive shaft bolts. Alrighty, there we go. Quick and easy, not a problem. Okay, let's put the new one on. Okay, where the heck is that upper bolt? There it is. Okay, and there we go. As good as new. Alright, so one of my friends, Cyclone, actually found the exact same car that I had worked on previously. It was the broken customer car. He also got it as a customer vehicle. It even had matching color code, matching mileage, and exact same license plate. So that was kind of weird. And then he ended up, yeah, well, we ended up noticing that we actually found the car twice in my series, and he found it at least once that I know of. So yeah, I don't know, that might be something that the vehicles do. They recycle themselves. So yeah, Cyclone, if you're gonna have a look out for this one, there we go. That's the mileage. It's got a code, and yeah, it's got brown there. So I think this job is done and dusted. 1,600 bucks, not too shabby. We might actually take a little bit of a drive into town today, because I want to go and check out where the new trailers are, because there was an update to the trailer mod that we have. So I want to go see where this shop is, because apparently there's a shop in town, but I might be mistaken, so I don't know. Okay, let's quickly sort out this flat tire on this thing. Just gonna swap this wheel over to the Bart, and then I think that is going to just be a bit better. We're gonna eventually sort this truck out. Come on. Make it look nice and fancy, and yeah, just get it sorted out. Yeah, those wheels always do it, guys. They freaking, I don't know why, it's just that specific rim. Actually forgot about it. So you need to actually just unbolt it and wait for it to fall off on its own, because now I carried the thing all the way over here and it just decided to go jump back to the truck. Okay, but here we are. Let's grab it now. Now it should behave. Okay, let's grab this wheel. Yeah, I kind of like this rim style. Might actually do a set of those for this car, because I think that would actually look pretty good on this. Okay, so at the moment we're just going to lower this down. Come on, there we go. Alright, let's put this one on the truck, and now that the truck is on the ground, I'm not going to get it mounted, so we need to lower the jack instead of, yeah, try and squeeze it under the car. Okay, there we go. That should work. Get it lifted up and pop this wheel on. Okay, flat tire sorted, guys, so come on, there we go. Yeah, that looks actually very nice on the El Camino as well. But I think because the El Camino is my truck and I'm going to be keeping it for some time, I might be putting some modded wheels on this thing just to show some of the mods off as well, and that yeah, it's gonna look pretty nice as well, I think. Alright, so now we can get this back into the truck bed. Yeah, I don't think it needs any more air. So yeah, guys, I think without any further delays, let's quickly pop this engine. Let's just untighten that. Okay, I'm going to pop this engine into the Bart, which has got brand new suspension, by the way. So this thing has been completely refurbished underneath. And we still need to sort out the body and the rust. Although I don't think we have got a whole lot of rust on this thing. I think it's just this quarter panel. The rest of the car seems to be fairly clean and straight. We already fixed up all of the dents and stuff. So bonder work is done. We've got all the panels. We just need to work on the trim as well, because I need to get some fresh trim for this thing. Pop off all the old trim, and then we are going to get a new set of wheels and tires for this thing. Give it a nice paint job after cleaning it up, and sort out the interior. Yeah, I kind of think we're just going to go with black interior, because you can get the black interior from the catalog, and I think that's gonna match this car pretty well. Its standard interior color is gray, but we are going to be maybe painting it that color. I think it might look nice, because it almost looks like a very dark purple, almost a blue. And then yeah, the mileage is not really the greatest, but it's going to be a car built on YouTube, guys. So yeah, we're gonna fix it up for one of the guys in our Discord server, and yeah, probably also one of our viewers, because that's where they're going to see the progress on it. As for the El Camino, we still need to do quite a lot of work to this thing. I need to still replace the firewall, the inner fender, and get a couple of missing bits and pieces. But at the moment, it's actually running and driving quite well. I'm actually surprised that it does it so well. Okay, so we're going to come over here to our wagon. We're going to start with this first of all. Let's just undo all of the wheels, and we're going to strip off the broken suspension parts. Going to load it in the El Camino. Let's just move the El Camino a little bit closer, because I want to not walk up and down the whole time for the parts, with the parts, to get it in the back of the truck. So we're just going to push the truck a bit closer. Yeah, that's how we do it, my garage style. Just push your vehicle with the handbrake up, guys. That's the way it works. Alright, so there's the other wheel. So yeah, this thing is going to stay up on the lift until we have the new wheels and tires as well, because I'm going to do new wheels and tires on this thing as well. So these aren't going back on the car. So we might actually use this for a project down the line, but yeah, these are 4 lugs. And I'm contemplating whether I should change this thing to a 5 lug. I think I might as well actually do that. because it gives us a lot more options for wheels and tires, which I think will be good. So these can actually just go on the tire rack over here. So I'm going to just stack them and make you guys watch me stack my tires on my tire rack. This also proves that my tire rack is functionable that I built. It actually works quite well. It's just the game is a bit weird when it comes to saving and reloading, because then you end up seeing your wheels either fly off the tire rack or they sort of glitch in and they sit lower than what they are currently sitting. So yeah, it's just another weird glitch. And I'm going to do another shout out to my buddy Laszlo, who bought the wagon, not the wagon, the sedan and the coupe off me. I'm going to send these license plates over to him because we are going to get some new ones for the wagon. I'm going to send those to him. So those are coming off today, and I'm going to be sending it to him after recording this episode. So yeah, that is something that he might appreciate, just getting those from me as well. I don't know if he's going to use them because they are quite worn actually, but I think it's the thought that counts at this point. So yeah, shout out to my buddy Laszlo, aka Lacko. He's the one that's always commenting on the videos, and I appreciate it so much. Alrighty guys, also drop your comments down below if you are enjoying what I'm doing, and give your thoughts on what we are currently working on. Tell me, what do you think I'm doing? Am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something good? Am I giving you some tips here and there? Maybe you pick up something that I do and you also try it and it works for you. So yeah, always like hearing from you guys. Okay, if I recall correctly, we actually did replace the brakes with new ones. So these have already worn 3%, which is still good in my opinion. I don't think we're going to have to replace the brakes again. And I can't say that I checked the main brake line, so we might as well go ahead and check all of those things as well. So all of these parts that I'm putting on the table are currently good parts. The bad parts we're going to chuck straight into the back of the El Machino. We're going to call it the El Machino. I officially decided. So yeah, that's our El Machino. We still need to come up with a funky name for the wagon here, so I don't know, maybe give me some ideas in the comments. What can we call this wagon once we are done with it, because it's bright orange and it's going to be way out there. Might actually do some adjustable springs, coilovers, because I think that will actually complement the car very nicely. Gonna sort of make like a sleek hot rod, low and slow cruiser out of this thing eventually. Okay, I do recall we did buy some new springs as well, I think. Can't recall if those are brand new or if they were used. I think the rear suspension, we didn't replace all of them. Yeah, so we'll just pop these under the table over there. Let's get this one out as well. Yeah, see, this is one we didn't replace. This is going in the bin for sure. Okay, so next up, let's get those brake discs off. I'm going to inspect them, and if they are also still in the 90s%, I think we're going to hang on to them. 96, that's still good in my opinion. So yeah, well, what am I talking about? It's practically brand new. But yeah, we might do a 5 luck conversion, as I said. So then these are going to be useless at that point. So let's take the rear ones off. I can't recall if I replaced them all. You see, like this one, I didn't replace it. So gives us a good opportunity to actually buy the 5 lug ones. Okay, but yeah, it looks like we've got 3 good disc brakes. So let's put these under the table. Parts that are still good, but are potentially going to be replaced anyway. Yeah, sorting stuff out as we go. And that is the way I like it. Organization. And just keeping things nice and organized. Okay, hubs. All right, as I said, hubs. These are probably going to glitch out through the table and land under the table, but that's okay. That's just the way hubs work in my garage. For those of you who are familiar with it, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. This one is 58%. We're going to get rid of that. Alright, let's strip off the rear hubs. Okay, this one is 45. We're gonna scrap that as well. So we're gonna make a little bit of money off the scrap parts as well. That was kind of my idea here as well. So that we can fund the transmission and a couple of bits and pieces we're gonna need for that car. So this one is 91%, which is also still good. We're just going to pop it on the shelf there. Hey, it stays put. It didn't roll off. Okay, so I think for this car, my target is parts better than 70% or 75%. Yeah, let's go with the 3/4 of a percentage at least. That's going to make it a whole lot more reliable in the long run, and also potentially, if we do decide to sell it one day, it's going to be a very decent vehicle for someone. Okay, shock absorbers. I can't recall if I replaced all of them. So we'll see. Oh, for Pete's sake, just get over there. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. Alrighty, so where were we? Shock absorbers. Yeah, this one is shot, so we didn't replace all of them. Okay, so that's good. We'll chuck all the rusty and crusty parts over there. We've got this rear arm. See, 41%. That's going to be replaced. So yeah, guys, I am kind of making a mental note on what I need to buy here. I actually also need to do something else beforehand. Otherwise, we're going to get not going to get the drive shaft out. I didn't see the condition of this. But I think it's also, yeah, that's pretty knackered. Okay, so let's take the drive shaft off first of all completely, because we are going to replace it anyway. And this one is looking a bit sad. So it's going to go in the bin. In the bin. Drop your comments down below if you know what YouTube series or, well, YouTube channel that is famous for. So yeah, let's take this old differential out. I think the rear axle wasn't too bad. But yeah, this thing was definitely due for replacement. Okay, let's see what else is holding this thing in. Okay, it looks like it's just this upper arm. Let's take off our handbrake cable first of all. Might help if we actually set the wrench to loosening. But okay, there we go. That is junk. Okay, and there. And there. And there's our axles. 69%. Yep, as I said, 75% or better. But we're not going to compromise here, so that is going in the bin. We did replace the trunk floor and the gas tank. We've got a brand new exhaust. The engine is refurbished already. I don't know if we should maybe rebuild the engine onto a 1.8 liter. I think that might actually be on the cards for this. We'll see. Okay, so tackling the front now. We've got a, well, 40% on the tie rod. Let's check this out over here. This will probably come off next. 96% hub carrier. Yeah, we can reuse that. Definitely. Let's check this one over here on this side. 76%. Yeah, see, that actually still qualifies. So that is good. Shock absorber. Okay, now how far up is this bolt? There we go. I think I've got it. 47. Yeah, that is trash. Gonna throw that away. Okay, and this one, did we replace it? I can't recall what I did and what I didn't do on this car, guys. I think, yeah, these shocks were actually in the front cross member that we bought the car with. So I think that is definitely trash. Okay, upper control arm. Yeah, 21%. Cross member, we might have to strip it off just to see the condition, because I don't know. Can't remember what the situation is with that. Why can't we grab this thing? No, we don't want to put it back. That is trash. You can clearly see that's rusty as hell. Okay, let's do this side. This one, also rusty and crusty, in the bin. And let's have a look at this tie rod. Yeah, we'll just unbolt that anyway, because it needs to come off. 53%, yeah, that's going in the bin. Okay, so we've got this cross member to inspect. And in order to do this, we need to loosen there, and then that'll come down. Okay, cross member is 50%, and steering rack is also shot, so you can clearly see that's gone. Alright, so there we go. That is suspension stripped on this thing. It actually went way faster than I thought. I can't recall the condition of the gearbox. So let's maybe unbolt the transmission. Gonna see what is up with this thing. Because we might actually keep this one around for customer work. I should probably undo these as well. Okay, 68%. So yeah, that is going to go on to... let's just put it under the table here for now. We might be lucky and do another customer job with a inline 4 that needs a transmission. So that is something we're going to have to check. Yeah, we're just going to leave that for now. Should we take the engine out? I think let's do it. We are going to rebuild this engine into a 1.8 liter engine block. Because I can't recall what shortcuts I took on this engine, so we might as well just fix it up properly. The fuel line didn't wear at all. Okay, now if I'm correct, if we take this off and that, the engine will come out with the exhaust and all that. Okay, so the exhaust I know is brand new. Well, it was supposed to be brand new. Yeah, it's on 97%, so that is still fresh. Okay, we can reuse that. And then as for this engine, I think we might as well actually tear this engine down since we've got it out now. So let's see what shortcuts we took on this engine. And that way we can also go and scrap those parts. Let's just do that. Okay, spark wires. Good. Yeah, we're going to run out of space on this table, so let's just move these things down. Some accidental purchases on the table still there, so let's move those over to the shelf. I recall buying this caliper accidentally. What's this? What's in there? What's in there? Okay, we've got 2 new spark plugs in there, so we'll keep those around. We'll just chuck that over there. I don't think you get money for cardboard and spray cans as we've seen in the last episode, so it's okay. We don't need it. Yeah, we need the toolbox. We don't need money from cans. So yeah, let's continue stripping. I think let's take off the fuel pump. 85%, that's still good enough. Yeah. People might think I'm crazy stripping down a completely good engine. Yeah, ignition coil 74%. Okay. So let's put this on the shelf over here. Parts that we are going to not reuse on the engine, but we are going to be replacing them. 80% distributor, that's fine. We'll reuse that. Oil filter. Oh, that's actually bad. 45%. It's not going to last very long. Alternator belt. Yeah, I recall this was a second-hand part, so we're going to replace that with a new one. Alternator is not the greatest from what I can remember. Let's see. Yeah, it's 48 in the bin. This fan. 40%, that can go in the bin. Water pump. 91%. Okay, so that is still good. Okay, let's take off every single part individually to inspect them. Header needs to be replaced. Okay, let's start at the top here. We'll do the air filter lid. 66, not good. Air filter 58, not good. Filter housing. Would you come here? 65. Okay, so that can go in the bin. Carburetor, I don't recall if the carburetor was good on this car. We may have bought a new one. Oh, come on. Okay, so yeah. 97%, guys. So at this point, I'm thinking, yeah, we might as well do the ITB swap on this thing as well. I don't feel like turbocharging the wagon. Although that is also an option. So maybe give me a comment down on that. Should we turbo the thing or just go with the ITBs? I think ITBs are actually a good option because it's just one part I need to buy and mount to the engine then. We don't need to do yeah, the turbo and the pipe and the filter and all of that and the manifold changes. That's going in the bin. And yeah, as for the engine in the BART, we are going to be doing a dyno test on that. And I kind of think about it now this way. We should have actually did a dyno run on this car. See what kind of yeah, performance we get out of this engine. Okay, so let's take off this. 68, yeah. It's not good enough. It's not up to Funcle standard for this car. Camshaft. Come on. There we go. Camshaft is brand spanking new. It's strange how that didn't wear at all. Okay, cylinder head. Now this is going to be interesting. See if this thing is worn or what's the story on it. It's 84%, so this is reusable. And I do recall we replaced the spark plugs in this, so let's just do a spot check quickly, a random check. So we'll take two of them out. Okay, so that one is 92%. Okay, this one 74. Okay, let me just make sure on this because now I'm not too sure. So let's just make sure all of these are good. 92%. And this one 92%. Okay, so we are going to replace this one, which is 74%, which is not bad. I'll put it down over there. What is this? 80%. Well, spark plugs are actually cheap enough. We could just buy some new ones actually, but I think those 92% ones are still pretty good, so we'll reuse those. Okay, so that way we know our cylinder head is good. So we don't have any issues then with that. Spark plugs are good as well. Head gasket 88%. See, now in real life I wouldn't reuse a head gasket, but in this case 88%, that's still good enough for this build. Okay, let's see where. Okay, there's the wrench. Right, so let's take off the front pulley, the crank pulley. 65, so we're going to replace that as well. Okay, let's start on this side. Starter. Start by the starter. Okay, starter is 96, has been replaced before, so that is looking pretty good. Oil pan. Yeah, I don't know what the oil pan was like. I think the oil pan, this was an oil pan that we got from a donor engine from our buddy Lacko as well, or Laszlo. Lacko, aka Laszlo. Yeah, he's in my Discord server as Laszlo. Oil pan is good, so that can stay. Alright, let's do this. We're going to make our lives a little bit easier by doing this. Okay, and I think now the engine block is empty. I don't think there's anything going on with this. So that's pretty good. 71%, so that is still fairly decent. Might use it in another inline 4 build, we'll see. But okay, now I want to inspect all of these things. We've got the pressure plate. Can't recall what I replaced and what I didn't replace yet. Okay, so that's 46%. We're going to need a new one of those. Clutch plate, 60%. Get a new one of those. Okay, flywheel. 45. Okay, so we need a new flywheel. Crankshaft itself is good, and I think the pistons are still good, so let's check them all. Come on, fall off. There we go. 83, 82, 74, 72, and 89. Okay, this is where I'm going to make this decision, guys. We're going to replace the pistons, all 4 of them, because I really think high performance pistons will be very good to do, because it's going to be once off, we build it and then it's done. Never need to go back to it and strip the engine down. We are going to stick with the stock crankshaft because it's still in good condition, so I don't think that's going to be necessary to be replaced, but we'll do some HP pistons, and I'll keep these for around for when we rebuild that engine. So if we do it ever, I don't know if we're going to need it, but yeah, it's better to have it than not need it than to need it and not have it. So at this stage, that is where I'm at with that. So yeah, guys, that is quite a lot of work done, and I noticed it's getting a bit dark. I forgot to sleep till morning before ending the episode, so let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so it's 9:33 in the morning now, and we are ready to carry on with the work. So yeah, guys, we stripped down all the suspension, all the engine. Well, the engine has been taken out. I still wanted to remove the battery, because I remember this battery is completely shot actually. It was on 7% when we got it initially, so yeah, it's on a negative 1%. And it still works. Yeah, I think it's due for a new battery. Absolutely due for a new battery. Let's just check our main brake line as well while we are at it. 55, so we're going to replace the main brake line. Brake booster. %. Okay, we're going to replace it, and we'll get some fresh brake fluid for that. Battery wires, or main wires as they call it in game. 51, so we're going to get some new wires. Let's check our radiator. I think the radiator is brand new. Well, it was brand new. It's 95% now, so it definitely did wear out a bit. Okay, so that's still decent as well. Come on, where's the freaking bolt? Bolt down, there we go. And bolt down, 96%, so I'm still happy with that. So this can actually go straight back into the car here. Just pop it in there, zip it down, and now we've got a clean engine bay, clean slate in essence, because we're going to be replacing everything. I'm still wondering about this. Yeah, I think that's 59%. Okay, let's go ahead and strip this glass off. The glass doesn't take wear, so we'll reuse that. But this is going to go in the bin. Okay, and what else do we have? Okay, so the taillights and headlights. Let's do that as well. Because I might as well just buy brand new headlights. And some new blinkers. I might get the smaller blinkers because I like the look of those. 50%, so that's going in the bin. Okay. Headlight. 49%. I do recall we did replace the bulbs in this not too long ago, so might reuse these. So I'm just going to go with this, the 2 grill or the double grill. Well, not the double grill. What do we call it? The single headlight grill. Yeah. Going to go with the single headlight grill on this car, guys. It's going to work out quite well. Alright. Headlight bulb is still brand spanking new, so we're going to reuse those. And then this one can go in the bin. Okay, as for the taillight, why are we freaking getting stuck here? As for the taillights, I don't know what the condition is of the bulbs in this. 21, so that one is busted. Taillight itself is busted, and this bulb is on 55, so we're going to go ahead and replace all of that. Okay, we'll probably reach it better from this side. Okay, this one, I think, yeah, 41%, that's also quite bad. And this one, 14%. Okay, so that is trash as well. Okay, so just doing a quick recap, what we still need to do. Interior parts we're going to get. This mirror needs to be replaced. Most probably. What is the condition on that? Yeah, 22%. So we're going to get new trim, mirrors, wipers. I think the wiper motor might still be good. We'll have to just check it quickly. Getting rid of all the bad parts on this car. Okay, come on, loosen that. There we go. 65, what's that? Yeah, 65. So I think all of this is actually bad. So we'll get brand new wipers, wiper blades, wiper motor. We're going to get a new dashboard, new trim, well, yeah, interior, and all that's going to be replaced. So this thing is going to be pretty much brand spanking new when we are done with it. Okay, so let's take off those license plates that are going back to Laszlo. BKCT37. Yeah, that's actually not a bad license plate. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get some personalized ones for the car. Yeah, so Laszlo, these things are a bit knackered. 27% and 53%, but hey, it comes from this wagon. And I think it's actually originally the coupe that I sold to him's license plate. So yeah, if he wants to put it on that car, then he can. But I think he sold it, or he is selling it. I don't know if it's sold yet at the time of recording this, but yeah, I did see a post on that in our Discord. If you also want to join the Discord, there is a link down in the description of this video, and there'll also be a link pop up at the end of the video. Alright, so guys, I'm going to go and drop these parts off over at the pawn shop square. We'll just call it the pawn shop square from now on. Alright, so yeah, our El Camino seems to be doing quite well. Haven't had any mechanical issues yet. Okay guys, I don't think I actually adjusted the volume in the last episode. I may have forgotten that, but okay, here we go. Yeah, it was kind of loud in my ears, so maybe comment down below if I just leave the audio like that, if it's really bad or if it's okay. Okay, so now next up, what I think we're going to do, going to take a quick cruise to the gas station. Let's just grab our jerry can. We might have to go and get some gas as well, because I want to see if the BART is going to fire up and drive. with its brand spanking new engine. Where did I put my jerry can last time? Over there. Okay, so let's grab this. We're going to go and get some gas, coolant and oil over at the gas station. And then we're gonna probably also need some brake fluid. No, we don't. Okay, so yeah, I did. I remember now, I did pour it over, so that should be golden. Yeah, always do that. I think I put the handbrake up and then I didn't put it up, and then I put it up and then I have to put it down again. So sometimes happens. To the best of us, I believe. Alright, let's get over to the gas station. We still need to try and do a bit of a road trip today. So I think a tiny little road trip. I just want to go into town to see if I can find this trailer shop. And if it's not too expensive, we might actually buy one of those and get rid of the one we currently have. It all depends. We'll see. Now, why did I park so far back? Come on, push it forward for now. Okay, so we are going to fill up the El Camachino and the jerry can over here. Okay, so let's do the El Camachino first. Okay, that's full, so it only took 23 liters, so it was, yeah, definitely using some fuel. We still need to replace the gas tank on this thing eventually. Let's do the jerry can. Okay, any second now, there we go. That's full, and close up the cap. Okay, and now, you know what, we are going to need a new battery anyway, so we'll just pick one up while we are here. So yeah, my goal is to get the BART running today. We are here for coolant. We're going to need 2 bottles of coolant and 3 bottles of oil. Don't know why I actually click on this different bottles on the shelf, because you end up buying the same product anyway. But yeah, not to worry. Let's get back to the shop and see if this BART is going to spring into life. Just, I need to remember a freaking fuel line. We're going to check if there's a gas tank on the car. I don't know if it's got a gas tank. We'll see. Because I don't recall whether I replaced the gas tank yet or not. Okay, but here we are. Switch the engine off. And there we go. Come to think of it, if this thing actually fires up and runs and drives, I might run into problems with those wheels, because that one tire is pretty bad. Did we buy the radiator yet for this thing? No, that's also something we need to buy. Okay, so let's see if we've got enough money for this. We're probably going to end this episode broke as hell. So Jesse... it's not actually a Jesse, but it doesn't matter, because we just want to buy some parts over here. So gearbox is $541 for that. This is the expensive thing. We are going to need a starter for it as well, so we are almost broke already. Okay, and now I needed a radiator, upper hose, and lower hose as well. We got the lower hose already. Where's the upper hose? It's further down the line. There we go. And then we're gonna need some exhausts. So those are $207 each. These are 241. So I think we're going to go with these ones. It's going to give the car a nice look, and it's going to hopefully be quiet as well, which I know it does. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what else I needed to buy right now. Very important. Fuel line, and I don't know if we've got... Yeah, we'll just get new wires as well. So that is good. I think we got everything to get this thing fired up. We need to check on the gas tank still. Nope. No gas tank. So I think we've got enough money for that at least. Gasoline tank. Is it a gas tank or fuel tank? I don't know what it's listed like, but we need to go over to Bart probably. Otherwise, we're going to buy the wrong part. Okay, gas tank for the Bart, 89. There we go. That is not too shabby. Okay, so we've got gas tank. Whoops. Where the heck? Okay, there it is. Toolbox is here. Forgot I brought it over already. So yeah, I think Laszlo also commented we might have to have a look at this fender's color. And paint the car that color. We'll see. I think it was Laszlo who commented that. I'm not too certain. But okay, let's get the rest of our parts from here. Put that over there. Put that on there. Okay, radiator. Let's assemble the radiator. Where the frickin' hell are you jumping to? Yeah, I can't afford another frickin' radiator, bud, so don't go jumping around and being all weird on me. Okay, we'll grab this, grab that, grab that, grab this. Okay. Put that into there. Zip and zip. Zip and zip. Let's do this before I forget. Guys, I am putting the fuel line in. Or attempting to put the fuel line in. Fuel line is not cooperating. The main wires aren't cooperating. Nothing's cooperating with me. My dear giddy aunt. There we go. Okay. Fuel line is going on. You see me doing it. There it is. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, frick. We don't have a fuel pump. Alright, that's clever, Funcle. One part I forgot in the engine. Luckily we've got it now. Okay. Should have popped this in the backpack actually and grabbed the gearbox while I was there, but okay, it's alright. This character needs a bit of exercise, running around up and down in the shop, getting parts. Alright, transmission. We get it one piece at a time. And it's costing us a pretty big dime. Okay, so there we go. And zip that down. I think that is all sorted then. We just need to lift this thing back up because I always forget to do this. It doesn't really seem to be a problem because the cars I always bolt, if I do remember or do forget to bolt down the transmission underneath and the drive shaft, this thing still runs normally as it's supposed to. But yeah, this time around we're going to come under here. We're just going to do it, sort it all out because this car is going to be sold to a customer. So yeah, there we go. That is done. Let's go down. Okay, perfection, perfection. Now we can get these out again. We're going to maybe drive this car, guys. I think, yeah, that might actually be doable. We've got a cluster. If it works, I don't know. We don't have a gear shifter, so we can't really drive it. We could probably just buy a gear shifter from the catalog, because we are going to do a black interior on this thing anyway. Yeah, I'm very, very weary of all of these things. If I did a good job on them, I hope so. Let's just see. Yeah, that looks good. This corner. Yeah, I think we're golden. This corner. I just noticed we've actually got a full set of wheels like this. Because we've got the two on this car now. Is it? No, we don't. Okay, so we do have got a set of these wheels. If we count these two on the Alchem Machino and the two on the front of the car. But yeah, I don't really fancy those wheels. Not because I don't like them. It's just, yeah, it's a base game wheel. We're going to get something nice for this car, even if it is a base game wheel. And we'll just do it like that. I know it was the wrong way around, but okay. Alright, enough babbling, Funcle. Get the car running. People are anxious to see this thing fire up. Or they're anxious to see you fail miserably at trying to fire this thing up. But okay, there we go. Oil is going in and coolant is going in. So let me do this. I might as well speed it up once again because this takes ages. Okay, so that is coolant done. Finally. Okay, let's just put the bottle on the shelf. Okay, where's the cap for that? There, we'll put it on there. Okay, now I need to do the oil, and then we're going to be topping up the fuel a little bit. Okay, so let's get the oil in as well. And I'll just speed it up as well, because it also takes a bit of time. Okay, so there we go. Oil is filled up, and I think it's good. Let's just check it again. I was checking it while I was after done with the first bottle, because I didn't know if there's going to be any oil in this engine, but I doubt it because everything is brand spanking new in there. Okay, so now the only thing I need to do is get this topped off with a little bit of fuel for it to fire up. So let's go ahead and just chug this down in there. Alrighty, so yeah, this is about 20 liters, and it should get us at least to the gas station to fill this thing up. Okay, so we'll just put you over there. Put that back on, and guys, I think it's the moment of truth to see if this thing's going to fire up. I am going to do a little bit of preparation quick before we try and drive this thing all the way over into Middletown. Okay, but let's do it like this. Okay, she fires up, no problem. We've got pedals, we've got that. We don't have a shifter. Hence I've got the wrench, because we are going to install a shifter for the BART interior. Okay, so this is yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe we should just do the pistol grip one. Let's do a dark one. It's going to match the darkness we are going with on this car, the dark theme. Okay, pop that in there. Okay, so we've got a shifter, and I'm quite certain this thing's going to run and drive without a problem. We are going to take one of the wheels of the Elka Machino, take it with us in case we run into a flat tire. Kind of just preventing the inevitable, because yeah, because of reasons. That thing looks terribly on the car. I might actually should actually just buy the tires, because this problem wouldn't be a problem. Can we mount this to the trunk of the BART? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so that is going to go in the backpack, and we'll also grab the floor jack, which is all the way on the other side of the shop, guys. Let's go there. We're going to grab this one. Okay, and I am going to air up the tire at the back, which is a little bit airless at the moment, so we should be good. Alright, I'm going to air this one up until it stops, because that way we know it's going to at least last us all the way there and back. Alright, come on, come on. There we go. That is sorted. The other ones, they still got decent. Well, this one has got decent thread. The other one is also bold as hell. So I don't know which tire is going to pop, but hopefully they don't pop all together, because that would be a bit of a bummer. We've got a spare tire, we've got a wrench, we've got a jack. We've got a working cluster. Do we? Okay, well, it doesn't look like the cluster itself is working. Brakes are definitely working. Hey, this thing has got a bit of pep, guys. Alright, well, let's be off. We're just gonna go to the gas station and fill this thing up. But yeah, she runs and she drives, and I think on our way over there we might actually pull through the car wash and get this thing cleaned up properly. Just gonna make our lives a bit easier, and for me to try and hose the thing down and clean it up nicely. We've got a $50 to spend on that, so yeah, just don't know where we're going to get money for the next episode and to progress, but that's going to be next episode's problem. So let's fill this thing up all the way. Alright, there we go. She is full to the brim, and I'm going to put the fuel cap back on. Alright guys, so I'm going to make my way over to Middletown. We're going to go and inspect the town a bit and see where this trailer dealership is. We don't have working taillights or headlights or anything like that, but we should be back before dark, otherwise we'll just take a nap in the car. She runs and drives great. Drives like a brand new car, because all of the suspension parts on this thing has been replaced, so there shouldn't be any issues. It's got a slight pull to the right. Got no idea if that's tires, maybe. Yeah, I think the tires are just causing this, because this thing is pulling slightly to the right at the moment. It could also be the steering column that's worn, I don't know. Maybe we missed something. I'll just have to double check the front suspension, but I think we've got all the strut rods and control arms and all that installed. Tie rods are both brand new. Maybe something is loose, I don't know. I'll have to make sure. But okay, coming up to the gas station almost, just around this turn, and she's got a little bit of power. It's definitely not too shabby, guys, for a junker that we just got running. And also remember, this thing was actually wrecked quite badly. Alright, let's pull through here. No, I want to see where I'm going, camera. Yeah, that's actually a pretty purple. I kind of like that. I really like that. Okay, let's go to Middletown. Alrighty guys, so we are in Middletown, and yeah, I think let's use this camera. We're going to be cruising around here. I'm looking for this trailer dealer. I don't know where the mod creator would have put it. Doesn't look like it's anywhere over here. Yeah, it doesn't show up on the map. I did have a brief look at the map, and it doesn't show anything there. But let's keep looking. Alrighty, nothing back here. Wide open spaces. This is where I built my other shop from the Revival series. I don't think there's anything over there. Nothing there. Alrighty. There by the church. Nothing there. If I had to guess, it would be close to the part shop. No, I don't see it. I had a bit of a lag spike there. I doubt it will be at the basketball field or the baseball field. What is that? That is a... Yeah, I don't know what field that is. Soccer field, maybe? Okay. Very interesting. But yeah, I don't see this trailer dealership. Can't really say what it would look like because I haven't seen it yet. There's absolutely nothing here as well. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's going to spawn as a vehicle we can buy at the junkyard or at the used car dealer. It'd be interesting if you did it that way. But, okay. I guess that's a bit of a fail. And I think while we are here, let's pull this thing up onto the dyno. Alright. Let's get the engine turned off for now. Alright, we're going to go and pay for the dyno. If we can actually afford it, because I don't know. How much does the dyno cost? $100. Okay, goodbye money. The last bit that we have. Okay, and let's see how this works again. We need to strap the car. Car is strapped and we need to jump into the car. Going to fire it up. Have to sit down. Take the handbrake off. Let's see. I think about 350 horsepower maybe. Whoa, okay, that's way more than I thought. 656 horsepower, guys. That is insane. With base game parts. Now, that is actually not bad at all. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. That is actually much more than I expected. Alrighty guys, but yes, I think this is going to be the end of this episode for today, guys. It's way over an hour of recording time, so we'll see after editing how long the video is, but I think it's been a good one. We definitely had a lot of fun getting this thing put back together and getting it ready for one of you guys, the viewers. So don't remember to give us a like if you enjoyed this episode. Drop your comments down below. And also join the Discord, guys. There's going to be a link down in the description. And there's also going to be a bunch of other links that you'll be able to copy and paste if you are looking for some mods. So go and check it out. But yes, that is going to be it, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll hope to see you all in the next one. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and do all of those other great things that helps me promote my content. So yeah, guys, until next time. Cheers for now.